What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new news video. Today what I have for you guys is we're going to be talking about everything you'll need to know about Vondel Park, the brand new Resurgence map that we're going to be receiving in Season 4. We have all the points of interest. I have photos to share with you guys. We're also going to be talking about how big the map is, when it's going to be releasing, and everything you'll need to know. If you find this video informative and helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on future leaks and updates. Before we get into today's topic, a quick word from our sponsor, Messy Modding Store. It's a store that provides any and all Call of Duty services. They can even get you exclusive operators and bundles such as the Nuke Operator, the Burger King, as well as the Ghillie outfit. For the most reliable and swift Call of Duty services, check out Messy Modding. The link will be down in the description. Right now, we have just under 2 weeks until the Season 4 update goes live. It's set to be releasing on June 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is going to be on a Wednesday. Good news is Vondel Park is going to be releasing on the same day of that update, so we don't have to wait until Season 4 Reloaded, which means we'll be playing a brand new map in just under 2 weeks. Now, another thing that I want to talk about is obviously the points of interest, the locations that we are going to be receiving. We know that Vondel Park is going to be set in Amsterdam, which is going to give us a brand new unique playstyle. We're going to get to play in an urban location, and it's just going to be a completely different experience. Now, one thing that a lot of people were asking is it going to be replacing Ashika Island? So when it comes to that, people were assuming that maybe they're going to be removing Ashika Island to be bringing in this map, and it seems like they're not going to be doing that because this map actually scales different in terms of size. Now, let's talk about the size of this map. So first off, we have Al Mazrah being the largest map in the game. The second is going to be going to Vondel Park, and then the third one is going to be Ashika Island. So Vondel Park is going to be that perfect in-between size map, that medium size map. So unfortunately, for those of you guys who are wishing to get a really small map, it's not going to be the case. It's actually going to be bigger than Ashika Island, and it's going to be like the medium size map that we are going to be receiving. So I just wanted to tell you that before we jump into the points of interest, so that way you have the right scaling in mind and you don't assume that these locations are going to be too small. Also, just a reminder and to clarify things for everyone, this is not going to be the big map that we are going to be receiving. This is not going to be replacing Al Mazrah. The one that's going to be replacing Al Mazrah is going to be Los Almas, and that is going to be set to be releasing with the COD 2023. So this is going to be a third new map that we are going to be receiving in Warzone 2, and it's going to be created by Beenox, and obviously they're going to be getting help from like Raven and Infinity Ward and all of them, but we don't know exactly how it's going to turn out because Beenox usually focuses on the PC part of things, so like remastering Call of Duties or PC versions of islands and maps like Rebirth Island. So we're not exactly sure in terms of things that they've created in the past. I just wanted to let you guys know about that, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into the next topic. Now, let's talk about the location. So first off, there's going to be 12 different points of interest that are going to be available for you. Now, we do have some photos of the IRL locations because it seems like all these locations are just following IRL locations near Vondel Park and in the Amsterdam area. So the first one that we have is going to be Aquarium. If they follow the way that the IRL locations look like, then it's going to most likely look like this one. The second location that we have is going to be City Hall. It's very straightforward, just the City Hall of Amsterdam, and it's going to somewhat sort of look like this. I mean, most city halls look exactly like this, but the next one that we have is going to be the fire station. So there's going to be a fire station area. I know in Warzone 2 we have a bunch of random like fire station locations, but it seems like this is going to be a bigger point of interest type of location, and if it follows the IRL one, it'll look exactly like this one. The next one that we have, I don't really know how to pronounce this one, but I think it's called Nieuwe Stadsport, something like that. I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but this is going to be another location that we have, and obviously the name of it is very unique, so it tells me that they're going to probably follow the exact IRL area of this part, and this is the IRL location of it. The next one that we have is Old Museum. This one is a more generic name, so it could be any type of museum. They could recreate that on their own if they want, but if they do follow the IRL photo, then it'll look something similar to this one. The next one that we have is going to be Floating House. This is more of a unique location. There's just going to be floating houses on top of water. They could design them in a completely different way if they want to, but if they do follow the way that Amsterdam is set and built, then it's going to look something similar to this or something similar to what you would find on Google. The next location that we have is going to be called the University, and this is the nearest university that we have to the area. Just a little photo of that. The next one that we have is going to be New Museum. So rather than old one, now we have a new museum, and this is going to be the new museum that they have set, so something similar to this one. And then following that, we have Police Station, which it seems like it's just one large building, maybe like police cars or things like that. Maybe those will be drivable vehicles, who knows. The next thing that we have is going to be Stadium Ajax. That's going to be the name of the location, which seems to be a big soccer stadium that's going to be available. It may follow the Verdansk Stadium, who knows, maybe they could bring it back for the nostalgia. I honestly have no idea, or they may exactly just copy this one that we have. The next one that we have is going to be Cruise Terminal. This is what the building looks like in the real life location. I do potentially think that they might have a big cruise ship that's going to be involved in this location, maybe parked in the front or in the back of the location, just to have more variety to it. The next one that we have is going to be Train Station. This is obviously a very generic thing. They could just make any type of train station that they want, but if they follow the real life location, this is something that it will look like. But these are all the different locations that we have in the files. These are the names of them that we have in the files. Obviously, they can look completely different from these. I would think that Call of Duty would try and make them different rather than make them look exactly like the real life locations. I know as of right now, they have a lot of legal issues that they're going with in terms of maps, the museums that they're bringing in that are following exact replicas of real life locations. And I know that they were getting sued for things like that. So Task Force posted this. He said, Vondel, as set in Amsterdam, and it looks like they've used a lot of real life locations. Will we have the same issues as other maps? And the thing about Vondel Park is if they end up having some sort of issues like that, they can't just remove a point of interest. They're going to have to take down the entire map. So I really do hope that we do get some sort of unique points of interest and locations, so that way we can avoid this issue in general. And hopefully this will be a map that a lot of people enjoy and will stay in for the long run. But this is everything that you need to know in regards to this brand new map. These are all the different 12 locations. Obviously, surrounding these locations, I'm going to guess there's going to be like open fields, maybe urban cities, different areas for you to do, because it is going to be a medium-sized map, so it's going to be a little bit bigger than Ashika Island. They're going to have to fill the rest of the map with just open terrain or maybe just random buildings here and there that have nothing to do with the points of interest. Anyways, these are the locations that we are expecting to receive with this new location. The thing is, they're also calling it under another name called Floating Bay, so it may come into the game as Vondel Park, or it may come into the game as Floating Bay. We're not exactly sure which name they're going to be using, because both of them are in the files as of right now. They also did mention that it was going to have capabilities with DMZ. May not be instantly, and maybe in a future update. Who knows how that's going to work out. They did say that they were going to be overhauling DMZ, changing it up, and making sure that it's going to be a little bit different with that whole full reset and full wipe we talked about in the last video. So if you missed that, check it out. I'll have the link down in the description. But if you found the video informative and helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. A lot of our viewers are not yet subscribed, so if you want to stay up to date on the latest Call of Duty news and updates. But this is just one of many videos that we're going to be talking about. I know that for a fact that there's going to be more information. We are going to be talking about operators that are going to be coming in, but with this brand new location, it's going to be introducing a lot of new features. We're not exactly sure what the features are at this moment in time, but we do know that there's going to be a lot of different unique variety of things that are going to be introduced. Hopefully no bots or no AIs, no strongholds, nothing like that. But the fact that it's a medium-sized map tells me that there could be a mix of brand new features and play styles. But I'm super excited to see what this map is going to look like, what it's going to contain, and everything about that. But most likely we're going to get a little bit more information on it next week. Maybe we'll be getting some early gameplay on it next week with some photos and things like that in the blog post. But that's all that I got for you guys in today's video. If you found it informative, don't forget to hit that like button so we hit that algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you always stay up to date on the latest Call of Duty news and updates in regards to Season 4. But if there's anything else you guys want me to talk about or cover, feel free to comment it down below so that way I can get to it for you guys. But anyways, been your boy Trizzle. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on this channel again. Peace.